to winning Super Bowl 55 at the age of 43. Tom Brady underwent minor surgery on his left knee during the offseason. So he talked about it on Thursday, how long it had been an issue and what it means for 2021. Take a listen.
It was an injury I dealt with really, since last, April, May. I knew I would have to do something at the end of the year, and happy I did it. And it was probably something that was it certainly needed to be done, and there's a great outcome. So I'm very happy about that. I feel I'll be able to do some different things this year than I was able to do last year.
Wait, can we just stop for a second? Some different things. What does that even mean?
I assume he's going to rush for 600 yards. Right?
It's unbelievable. What else can this man do, Chris Canty?
I don't know what else he can do, man. I mean, Tom Brady has proven people wrong at every single turn. So when we start talking about his expectations going into 2021, for me, they're the same as they've been the past 2 decades. I mean, until proven otherwise, I'm going to assign a baseline of excellence to Tom Brady. Even coming off a knee surgery, even going into his age 44 season, because the guy is just proven that he can elevate the talent that's around him. And with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as an organization, they've done a great job of being able to surround him with a really solid supporting cast, including one of the best offensive lines in football. And Bruce Arians is going to manage the situation. There's reports out in Tampa already that they're going to operate out of the shotgun until Tom Brady works his way back to 100%, try to make things a little bit easier for him. And from an X's and O's standpoint, they'll scheme up some things to try to protect him. So I just feel like this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, with returning all 22 starters and Antonio Brown, they'll be ready to pick up where they left off. Even if Tom Brady's not 100% early on in the season, this team will figure out exactly who they need to be in order to have success, similar to what they did at the bye week last year. After that, they went undefeated.
This team just has everything going for it. And Tom Brady talking about how he could even do some different things this year. Lewis, I got to ask you, can he be even better this year than he was last year? Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble with Lewis's sound, but that's okay. We'll get that thought from him in a second. But Graz, I got to ask you, you actually talked earlier this morning how it's a little bit of a situation. You compared him to LeBron James when we were talking.
Yeah, well,
tell me about that.
I feel like there's a little bit of a little bit of added drama to this. Like, you guys don't really realize how tough last year was, all those great things I did. I mean, look, I'm sure his left knee was hurting him. He obviously got it worked on. He's going to be 44. Something else is going to hurt this year, right? I mean, that's how, if people are watching who haven't had their 40th birthday yet, I promise you that's how it works. Like, you get out of bed one day and your right foot hurts and you don't even know if you did anything to it. It just decided to hurt that day. So that's where Tom Brady is. I think the key thing to understand about this is, Brady doesn't have to be any better than he was last year. He has to be the constant in Tampa Bay, right? He has to be the thing they can count on. And the fact that he, at this point in his career, knows that much about how to manage his way through a season when he's not 100% is a vital part of that consistency that he offers them. The fact that he did it last year means that whatever comes up this year, he'll be able to manage that as well.
It's an interesting point, but Lewis, I got to think, when you talk about repeating as Super Bowl champions, it's more difficult. People now know what you're all about. They're going to be coming for you. What can he do better this season, do you think, than last season when he just really established, as you say, Chris, a baseline for excellence?
Well, there really is, Ryan. There's never any cap or ceiling to efficiency in the NFL. I believe it may have been Tom Brady, and then there have been other quarterbacks who have also said, and other players have also said, I've never played the perfect game. I've never had the perfect season. So there's always ways that they can improve in terms of their efficiency, particularly, in situational type of football, whether it be third down, red zone, 2 minute, the kind of things that he grew up in New England, having drummed into his head that you have to be perfect in these situations or at least strive for perfection. So there's always ways in which they can get better. But the question, interestingly with Tom Brady is he truly is in uncharted territory. We don't know how he is going to feel week 5, week 6, week 7. We do know that he has taken strength and rehabilitation, rest and recuperation to whole new levels, a whole different type of level in terms of the modern day athlete. And people are kind of falling, in lockstep with him and trying to mimic what he's doing. And that makes this question all the more truly unanswerable as to, when exactly is the wall going to come for Tom Brady? When is Father Time going to win? I don't know, man. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to hit him up and ask him a few secrets. That's all. Because Father Time has actually been kicking my butt in some instances. I can tell you that.
I tell you what, Father Time's been kicking my butt since my 20s, so I don't know how he's doing it because I can't do it. But, here's a guy, Dak Prescott, always making a deep run in 2021. And good morning, I'm Ryan Smith in for Mike Greenberg, and we are thrilled to get up with you on this busy day today. We'll get to the NBA playoffs in just a minute, but we got tons of football to get to with these guys right here in studio. Dan Graziano, Chris Canty, Louis Riddick looming large over both of them. So let's get to it and start with the biggest quarterback storylines at mandatory mini camps. And when you talk quarterbacks, you got to start with Tom Brady. First to Tampa, TB12 is back on the field after wearing a brace on his left knee after undergoing surgery in February. It's an injury he's been dealing with since last spring. Now, over to Dallas. Dak Prescott is back on the field after dislocating his fractured right ankle last season. Prescott signed a 4-year, $160 million deal in March. And in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers' absence. 2020 first-round pick Jordan Love is taking the first team snaps, and yesterday he was asked if he's ready to be the Week 1 starter.
100%. Obviously, this is a time where I'm getting a lot of extremely valuable reps that I might not have been getting in a normal circumstance. So I'm going to take it day by day, and but yeah, that's what I'm here for. I was drafted here to play quarterback, so I'll definitely be ready Week 1.
So he is ready, and let's bring in Rob Domofsky because he's ready as well. Rob, what did you see from Jordan Love yesterday at minicamp?
Well, Ryan, if day 1 of minicamp was his worst day, day 2 was probably his best day since the Packers drafted him more than a year ago. There was on the first day, it was inaccuracies and checkdowns and an unwillingness to throw the ball down the field. And day 2 was the complete opposite. He was throwing darts down the field. He was pushing the offense. He was completing pass after pass after pass, getting into a rhythm that really energized the practice. A day earlier, the 2-minute drill completely failed, went nowhere. On day 2, he capped it with an 8-yard touchdown pass to Allen Lazard to win the drill. At one point, Ryan, he was so hot and so much on fire that one of the assistant coaches took his play card and started fanning Jordan Love off as if to say, we've got to cool you down. He was so hot.
Oh, man, that is exactly what Packers fans want to hear. Now, Jordan Love talked about how he's 100% ready to be the day 1 starter if Aaron Rodgers isn't there. So do the Packers actually feel the same way? Do they think that Love can be ready to start Week 1?
No one's ready to go that far yet, Ryan, and it's because of what we've seen so far. One day bad, one day good. Today, they're just going day by day. This is day 3 of the mandatory minicamp. They have one more week next week of some OTA-type practices, and they've said nothing about Week 1. They still obviously want Aaron Rodgers back here, but the progress that they saw yesterday has to give them at least some hope that Jordan Love could be ready if they need him. Don't